Hi, so I am creating this video in response to my cousins. So this room might actually look familiar to some of you who have had the honor to grace us with your presence anyway. And my cousin bought a webcam yesterday. And with that webcam, he has decided the first act he will do is create a memoriam for our Aunt Janet. Now, she is actually our great aunt. Well, she was our great aunt. She was a really big, important person in all of our lives, especially for my cousin, because she took care of him the best that she could, and she has been the person that has been there for him when the rest of the family couldn't. She was a wonderful person. God-fearing, loved everyone she ever met. You could never do wrong in her eyes, because with everyone she really got a clean slate. When you met her, she was never shy to give a hug, never shy to smile and say a nice thing about you. She'd pick out any little thing she could, and she would just make you feel good about it. She had a very commanding presence, a presence that it's going to be missed dearly. My cousin is going through a really hard time because he feels like he lost his mom, and I couldn't imagine what it would be like to lose my mother. We suffered a loss a few years back with my brother, and he was also very important to my cousin as well as me. So it just seems like life just wants to take away the most important things in our life. But we have each other, and we don't plan on changing that for anything in the world. I will never, ever do anything to let my family ever think that they can't come to me or that they can't talk to me. And I'm kind of hurt that my cousin feels like he lost the one person that he can come to for everything, because I love my cousin with all my heart, and he knows that even though I can't be there for him like our Aunt Janet was, I'm more than willing to accept the challenge to take care of him and be whatever to him he needs me to be. Now, I don't know if any of you, feel the same way I do, but if you have met Justin, then I'm sure you know what a wonderful person he is. And if you ever had the luckiness in your life to meet my Aunt Janet, then you were fortunate, just like I was, to be a part of her family. It's really hard for the rest of us to have lost her, but I'm just gonna say this, and I don't mean it to be disrespectful to anyone who cared about my Aunt Janet and just wants to see something happen, but I think enough is enough as far as the hate towards this man that took her life. He was a drunk driver, and we can all honestly say we've been there at one point or another, but he made a bad decision that day, and my aunt suffered for it. And I don't think that anyone has any right to judge him for making a mistake. The mistake he made was awful, and it took someone very important to me out of my life. And I think that if I can forgive him, then so can everyone else. Because for anyone to hold a grudge against someone who made a mistake would be to take my Aunt Janet and her memory in vain. Because my Aunt Janet never held grudges. She never let anyone ever feel awful about the things that they have done in their life. She was a straightforward person, and she honestly believed that if you wanted to go to heaven, you had to forgive those you couldn't forgive. You couldn't hold a grudge against someone who has done so wrong to you, because to have love in your heart means you have to let go of the things that you can't control. We couldn't control what happened to her that day, But I know that everyone hating this man would not be what she wanted. She is in a better place. She is exactly where she needs to be. I'm happy that she finally gets to go where she's been looking so forward to going. It was before her time, of course. And, of course, the irony is not lost on me that my aunt, a recovered alcoholic, dies from a drunk driver. But my aunt has been there before. I'm not saying I have, because that's a mission of guilt. But I'm sure no one can say that they have not done something shady in their past that could have caused a lot of problems and a lot of hurt. Let he without sin cast the first stone. Just let it go. There are enough people in this world who are going to make him pay for what he did. And posting his picture on Facebook, his mugshot, and saying awful things about how he took the woman that we love away from us, it's not going to help anything. There is enough pain in this world. Let it end. So for my first webcam / video, I hope you guys can take what I say to heart, because I think we should all visit my Aunt Janet at some point in our life, or death, should I say. And hate is not a way to do it. So I'm signing off. This would be Stacy, for any of you who don't know. Of course, if you don't know me, then I'm sorry, but there is a loss in your life, because I'm a practically wonderful person. We love you, Aunt Janet.